Yo, all right. So let me finish the story about ADHD. So, okay, now I'm in Texas. Let me see where the camera at. This camera. Oh, okay. So I'm in Texas, right? So I'm where the camera at? Oh, there goes shit. So I'm in Texas, right? You see Sam crazy ass in the back where that nigga at? See his crazy ass. So we we thought we was scamming. We thought we were scamming the whole PT situation by scheduling to go to, man, got all my whole shit. Scheduling to go to, damn, I'm just, look, I'm seeing what's in the back myself. That what I'm doing. Anyway, okay, so, uh, we're in San Antonio, Texas. That's where we are. Let me say that first. We were in San Antonio, Texas. So we're in San Antonio, Texas. We're trying to see what the hell is going on in San Antonio. So we find different ways to get out of PT and use that whole daytime before class before we learn how to do stuff, learn how to do the medical. And that's the city. That's the base for all branches of military to learn anything medical. Anything medical going to be learned coming to San Antonio. I had the time of my life up there. So anyway, we found ways to get out of PT. End up going to getting some bagels and shit, just living the life and going to the little anger management. We ain't thinking too much of it. Then we start taking the little survey, and what happens is, myself and a friend of mine, we take it a little bit more seriously because we knew, we a little, we a little special. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so so okay, so we take these surveys, and then the next thing that happens is I was scheduled for a test. I was scheduled for a test on the computer to take a test on the computer to see whether I may have some type of because the questionnaire is real simple. The questionnaire is just like, do you have trouble doing this? Do you have trouble doing that? Da. Do you have issues doing with this, or how is this? Just real simple questions. But you'd be surprised to understand that psychology is very simple, but very not simple if you don't know at least basics of the brain parts, different brain parts, and what they do, what they're responsible for. If you're not familiar with that, the rotation, electricity, transmission. If you're not familiar with these concepts, you don't really know the brain or psychology. You feel me? You may think you know because no, I promise you. Anyway, let me continue. So we take a test. I take a test, and uh, it turns out that the next time that I'm going to the doctor, I didn't assign it. It was assigned to me. So that was my first day. That was my first time um, being diagnosed of ADHD. I did patient intake. Well, patient intake. It wasn't patient. It's pretty much lifestyle. Now, this is gonna be your lifestyle. Now, this is gonna be part of your lifestyle. You're gonna have to learn how to take medication, um, and this is what we expect for you. What we expect to happen with you. Um, if it doesn't happen, we're gonna either reduce it or we're going to um, increase it. And my medication up about I think every checkup, my prescription went up. I was prescribed with Adderall. I was prescribed Adderall, so um, I'm looking for the camera. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. I was prescribed. I was prescribed Adderall. Okay, yeah, keep saying rotate device. All right. So I was prescribed Adderall, right? Um, Changed my life really to know that something fixed what was going on with me. You know, I was like that was like amazing to me because I'm like, wow, don't nobody know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know how certain things, certain issues I've learned how to adapt with, live all my life. You know what I'm saying? And for there to actually be a definition for this, and then for me to be able to read more and more, like that time that I was when I was actually when I was diagnosed, I began researching it. Began researching all of it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I think I made. Hold on. Let me see. Anyway, all right. So let me finish telling the story. All right. So let's see. Little nigga be goddamn watching the shit. All this shit. Anyway, nigga Sam ass. This nigga. All right. So um, the Adderall really changed my life. It really helped me with the medical shit. Like it's probably why I passed the first test. Like it wasn't easy. I'm not even bragging. But that was not an easy test at all. It's NREMT. You know, it's national. It's a national test about first, any hospital. You got to know all the rules, and if you don't, then you have to know how to find them. Because just being an EMT and just being certified national and not knowing the state laws doesn't excuse you if there any type of death or anything happens under your watch. You know, you're not excused. So I've passed the first time. I didn't. I didn't listen. I had issues studying. Like, oh, I got in trouble. I got in trouble with the Adderall. Like I would still be on it. Like we go to school Monday through Friday. We go through school Monday through Friday, and then on Friday you get to hang out. You know what I'm saying? So I would forget on Fridays. It was still in my system. So I be drinking, and then come 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I'm punching shit. You know what I'm saying? Just going in, just for no reason. Just I like niggas say what? What's the fuck? Like, I'm hyper. What the fuck? Shit. Don't nobody feel like playing. Nobody want to play. The fuck? So anyway, anyway, uh, people need prayer in this America. People need prayer in this America. Okay, just know that people need prayer in this America. All right. Anyway, so um, I get this test. I get tested. I'm diagnosed. I get prescription Adderall. I got taken off of Adderall um, because I had an episode. An episode. I really don't want to go into that right now, but just because I'm gonna try to make it real funny. It's not really funny at all, but it's funny to me. But it's not really funny. But I had an episode where I overdosed and on stimulant, and I overdosed on stimulant. We we were training. This was actual training to graduate. So we were training for the whole week. I was snapping the whole week. But anyway, we was training for the week, and overdosed on the stimulant, and I was overheating. My body overheated, and so I snapped, and I just like nobody could contain me. Nobody could really control me. Um, and then I ended up going into it looked like it's snowing. It looked like snowing. You can't see it. It's probably going back to snow. Anyway, so look, I'm trying to see. Hold on. All right. Anyway, okay. So um, what the fuck was that? Fucking. Hold on. I'm finna get it back. Hold on. I'm finna get it back. Hold on. All right. Yo. Okay. I was burning lungs. I had a bad incident. I overheated. They sent me to the fucking like the place to rest until to calm down where until they take me to the hospital, to the local hospital. We were in Louisiana. We were in Louisiana right now, training. Um, no. Yeah, was it Texas? It was either Texas or Louisiana, because we trained. Well, we school was in Texas, and then we had to go train. So it was probably still in Texas, but it was like this very small town, extremely small. I think this had to be fucking Louisiana. This was Louisiana. Um, anyway, excuse me. I'm sorry. Training. Um, so yeah, training. Um, yeah. Again, let me apologize for that. I did that. That was like out of habit. I really apologize about coughing like that. That's real nasty. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay. So we went to we're in training. I overheat in the little place because we're waiting to go see the regular hospital. Regular go to the regular hospital. So, okay, regular go to the regular hospital. Um, what happens? I'm talking to the doctor. The nurse is the medic is a sergeant. And I'm just talking all kind of fly ass shit. Like I know what the fuck I'm delirious. I'm slightly delirious, but I'm still talking my shit. I be talking shit. I'm talking about, yo, ain't there some Wendy's down the street? You take me, Wendy, we gonna eat it at your house. Then we come back while we waiting on the motherfucking people to take me to the real hospital. She like, if you don't shut the fuck up, she a sergeant. You know what I'm saying? She's like, she wanna crack a joke. She wanna laugh because niggas laugh. Sammy Davis with that shit. So anyway. Whew. Okay. So anyway, all right. Um, I go to the hospital. In the hospital, there's a lieutenant. Lieutenant, she's the doctor, and she goes, if I was your lieutenant, I'd kick you out. And I took that at a very offensively. I was like, you black maggot, man. You see what I'm saying? You see, I'm sick of them. That's what in my mind. But sometimes spirit gonna speak through people to you. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what that was. And I figured that. And I figured that, and I appreciate that. That's what it is. So okay, now that was the first time that that was the first sign that I was getting out of the military. Number one, that was my first sign that I was getting out, and it's gonna be abrupt because that's usually how things happen for me, very abruptly. So anyway, um, that day was the first sign that I would be getting put out of the military, and a lot to have to do with my behavior. And my behavior would be dangerous for my safety. So boom, okay. So I was first diagnosed. Okay, so I leave Texas. I go to Colorado. Move to Colorado. Move to Colorado. I'm a medic. Right. Okay. So shit is real tight for me. Shit it was real tight for me, and that was because my first couple of days there, pretty much sealed the deal for me getting put out the military. I wasn't there a week, and I sealed my fucking fate on that. you know, and that was because it was like they used it like a welcoming thing for the new people, the new medics coming in, or the new graduates coming in. But it was also pretty much like a family day, a family get together thing to where everybody, all the soldiers, they bring their family, they have a good time, barbecue parties, this and that. You can have a couple of beers, but you really can only limit it. It's like a limit on it. It's serious. I didn't really understand how the military is. They're fucking serious. There's no games. So, well, that's some bullshit too. But anyway, but for the most part, that's what you are here to understand that there is no game plan. So, um, during the formation, I did pretty good, but during formation, the alcohol, the altitude that we were at, the alcohol that really got into me. I hadn't eaten, so I had like two, maybe three, 4 beers. I don't know. I don't really know. But I passed out information. Passed out information. They finally got me to awaken, and that was pretty much that was. I got on a bad side, and I did not. I never got off that side. So um, it ended up becoming a battle. Ended up coming a battle to where it was like, okay, maybe we'll maybe we'll consider it. Maybe we'll consider it. But then I kept getting in trouble. Kept getting in trouble for it. In my mind was the dumbest shit, but it was the small things that mattered in the military. It's the detailed things that, because it's the detailed things that can get you killed or get somebody else killed. So the fact that I'm sporadic, not sporadic to other people who are not willing to pinpoint me, because my shit like predictable. I'm actually predictable, but some people are a little unwired themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they may not take the time to see that the shit is predictable and preventable. Um, I'm gonna come back again. I'm gonna come back. All right, and finish the rest of the story about ADHD and just go into mental health. I really want to talk about mental health today. I really something inspired me today to say let's talk about mental health. Let's get into that because I don't really know if motherfuckers really understand. It's not this esoteric deal. You know what I'm saying? It's something you can grasp. It's something you can understand. It's something that you can acknowledge when it's not moving in the right direction. You know, just learn the different tools and resources. And I could tell you that it took me 2 years. It took me 2 years to after therapy. 2 years after therapy for me to actually get it. So we're gonna talk about it. So let's show. How you got them in this shit? You see me talking.